Start this in the beginning. I don't hear anything.
This leader is provided to permit the projectionist to complete adjustment of focus and sound level before the film begins.
I don't know if everything is on.
This leader is provided to permit the projectionist.
No. No, I'm just trying. Come on, baby. Seriously. Check 1, 2. Oh, dude, there are people here. Hell yes. Dude, I kid you not. I am... Yeah, dude, I live in a third world country. I shit you not. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Michigan here. I just said the F word. They're going to demonetize me. They're like, you can't say the F word in the first 5 minutes or something like that. Sweet. Hold on a second here. I got some stuff I got to do. My power has been out for well, not since I got home. I got home and then it went out. One quick second here. Couple seconds. I got a couple things I got to do here in the background. And so my power has been out. So I have what's called DTE. If you go to, there's a DTE outage map for Detroit, Michigan. There's been power out all over the city. Not a ton, but enough, right?
A barrel down 78 cents or 0.99%.
And I don't know if it's well, anyways. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Members. Save. Just a second here. Copy, close. And I actually it's summertime, so my house cannot take the heat either. So I have a generator, but it is not large enough. It's like a 5,000 watt generator. It's loud too. I've got an inverter, a small inverter, but I wound up having to go out and buy a 9,000 or 9,500, I think, generator for my house to handle just basic stuff like the air con, the power being on, and then of course refrigeration, all that kind of stuff. I've got a deep freezer, and but it being summertime, my Jenny. So my Jenny that I normally have is I don't usually run everything off of it, but running my summertime, like it's like 100 degrees here. So we put that up right there. So I wound up getting a I think it was a Predator, 9,500 or something like that generator from Harbor Freight, and it was reasonably priced. It wasn't too bad. It was $2,500. You know, 26 or something like that. Why no Tesla Powerwall? That's the function of DTE as well. They are one of the worst. They say that as a company, they say they're pro solar, but they're not. Like they are, but they're not. I have thought about the power. Well, I haven't thought about the power wall. I've thought about putting just solar on the house with a battery bank. I live in a third world country called Michigan. No, I'm not running a generator right now. I could not run my setup with a generator. Even with the 9,500 watts, I was afraid to run everything. So, and I have to keep gassing it up, all that kind of stuff. Cost me like fucking $500 in gas, something stupid. And I've got a bunch of tanks of gas outside now. I'm now the proud owner of, I don't know, probably 10 gas tanks or something like that. So let's take a look at the market, though. It's important that we look at the market together here. And there's a reason I want to look at the market with you guys. So on Friday, I think it was Friday, right? We got let me see, we got a spike. We got a squeeze to close the gap above. We're going to talk about, it's important that I get this out in case now I might lose power. I have to say this again. I might lose power again. I'm not sure. That has happened to me before. So I want to be clear with you that it might not be over. So now we want to talk about Friday here. So this is we saw this take place on Friday, right? Follow my cursor right here. I think I posted on Twitter that we should gap up here to return to the scene of the crime, right? And that's what we did. So we came back up here. We failed to close the entire gap, closed most of it, squeezed higher, and then rolled right back down again. We're kind of in that situation right now. So I think some of you out there probably think we're done with this down move. Or maybe you thought on Friday, I was wondering if people had thought if we were down or done with the down move on Friday, if this was the bottom. It shouldn't be the bottom at this point. I want to be clear with you on that, that we have not changed direction yet. And I'm going to show you that right now. Now, I'm impressed with small caps. We're going to talk about them in just a moment, but I do want you to see that we're still, at least according to zigzag channels, we're still in a down move here, right? Came down, touched the bottom here. Shot back up here. You saw the squeeze on Friday. I think I posted it on Twitter. We're going to squeeze. We're going to return to the scene of the crime, or at least close the gap. That's what we did, right? Squeezed up here, closed the gap. Back under right now. Now, velocity is saying we're going to go higher again. We have the potential to go higher right where we are. Let's take a look at velocity real quick, Velo. Now, there's some concern here, at least from my side. And you can see here, this is, the daily is coming down. Daily velocity is still stepping lower. I want you to see that here. This daily velo is coming down. It's important to pay attention to daily velo and the fact that it's staircasing down. Shows that the downtrend is still happening, okay? So we're still coming down, even if we have an hourly bullish session. So there's a chance here, and here's your, this is the 19th. I think I had said the 15th to 19th. Expect for us to have a down move. Even though we're heading down, I want you to see this real quick. See how we're in a downward channel here, right? This bottom has not been confirmed yet. Some of you out there probably think this is a double bottom and that we're going to the moon and correction over. We can't call that yet. We're still in a downward pattern. So before you can call that and say, yeah, correction over, there are some things that need to happen. And I want to talk to you about what happened on Friday as well. This is in our white paper, believe it or not. When you get a move above the daily velo, or the hourly velo, do you see this move right here? And it's explosive. There's two things you want to know. One, we almost always come back. Like high probability that if you have that explosive of a move in one day, you're going to come back down. At minimum, you're coming back to check the hourly velocity again. That's minimum. Likely, that squeeze is all that it is. It's just a squeeze. You really want to see some time spent on the hourly velocity, which is happening right now. You got a little bit of time down here spent on hourly velo, but even if you get over it, you are looking for a KISS trade. It's called a KISS trade, KISS. And you want to see it hold. You can see that it did not hold here. So it showed you that we are not bullish. So even if we were to squeeze here today, it's likely going to come back and check the hourly velo. And it would need to hold hourly velo to say, yes, in fact, the correction is done. So you would see a trade like that, or I guess you'd see this here. We go up, right? We turn red, come back down, and we would hold the hourly velo. And frankly, this squeeze shouldn't be this large. It should just be like you're just coming up a little bit, come back down, and then you'd get your explosive move to the upside. So the characteristics of this trade here in Friday was more squeeze trade, close the gap back here, and then continue on to the downside. Where we are right now is bullish. If you look at where we are, well, it's kind of bullish. Hourly velo right now is, let's go to the 1 minute really quick. Hourly velo right now, well, it's not bullish. I don't call it bullish. It is bullish. 439.19. Price is above the 1 and 5 minute. This is a bullish structure. It's becoming a 3-trigger bull cluster right now, only if we break above 439.19. And what is happening right now? We're breaking above it. You see it? Getting squeezy right now as you're here. So if you're watching right now, there is another squeeze trade coming up right as we speak right now. So I want to show this to you. This is 439.19. Right? So you probably don't see this on your stuff at home, do you? But it's right there. There is a box right here. Hourly velocity is right here, and you can see. So I'm going to post this on FinTwit right now. And I'm going to I can't believe this is happening right as I speak. SPY, ready? 3-trigger bull cluster. Again. Get ready to get your face ripped off. I'm thinking about my verbiage here, making sure. SPY, 3-trigger blow cluster. Again, get ready to get your face. Oh, no, I didn't say ripped. Damn it. Okay, so right where we are right now. Now, even if we squeeze higher here, where are we likely going? So we're going to look at a couple places, right? We got this tag right here. This is the first one. The second one is actually higher. It's right here. And the next one is right there. And we still have some gap left behind. Above, we've got a gap above us at 442.64. We have another gap above us. We still haven't closed at 442.79 right up in here. Now, do you take calls here? No, you don't. Now that we're coming into a close right now where sellers want to pin this close, what you want to see, let me see if I can get it this exact right now. 439.20. Yeah, you do. I'm going to buy some calls with you. Hold on here. Right there. That's the hourly trigger. Hold on. I'm going to jump on board with you. Give me a second here. HT. All right. So I'm on right now for 49 cents, 439 C's. 3 trigger bull cluster right now on the SPY. And I'm on 710, so for today, we'll see what happens. So saying that right now, where we are, I'm still bearish here. I'm still in this whole mode of correction, not as over as you think it is, even though we are bullish today. And I am still long puts, protective puts for the month into middle of the month right now. Never cut them loose. Have not sold them. Still on them for not monthly puts, not end of month or anything like that. Price target 441.37. Right here.
Ten seconds.
We'll see if we have an edge again today. An edge or not.
7.24 billion, 7.24 billion, low in the forecast of 20 billion. So US consumer credit 7.24 billion.
So I'll show you what I'm watching here in the background.
This stream is sponsored by...
Here's price above the green. We've got the white and red line coming up.
By signing up at tothetick.com.
My stops will be right down here. We'll see how this plays out. Then we'll talk about downside targets, that kind of stuff in the marketplace. Yeah, we're on a 3-trigger blow cluster right now. Well, there's 2 ways to look at this. You could say, well, you can't say, well, you can say if there's a rejection here in the hourly trigger, that we're going to roll over. But right now, we have a series of higher lows on velocity. So let's look at velocity really quick so I can show you this. So velocity right now is saying the move is up. I want you to look at this really quick with me. So I'm looking at what you're saying here, and what I want you to see here is you have a secret trick. Well, you've got two things going on here. You've got a secret trick. You've got an edge in the marketplace. The first one, it's right here. A series of higher lows on Velo, wanting to break higher. When you see this right here, this is an edge telling you that we're going higher, at least right now. We have another problem, though, and that is time is passing. As time passes, you can see. Oh, hold on. I don't know if you can see this stuff. Hold on. You have two big things happening here. One, you have time passing, which is never good. The longer time passes and sellers can't get the price of SPY down, daily velocity continues coming higher here, right? And weekly velocity goes higher as well. I gave you a target below of 420, right? We had 432 and 420. Here's 432 on daily velos. Now it's almost at 434. So you can kiss that goodbye. Now that 432 target, first target, and 420 as your next target for next week, right? So 432, not yet done. And then, of course, the 420 should be up here by the 15th on weekly. We should get a tag of this weekly velo. We haven't touched it in many months. As months go by, there should be a tag of this at some point. Now, the one thing on the Bulls side that they have going for them is velocity to the upside. And you can see it on the hourly here. If price stays above, we should squeeze higher. See it right here. I am long here, by the way. Even if we go higher, though, I'm still going to expect a roll. Squeeze higher, and we roll down to this daily, just like this. We'll get our new low maybe tomorrow, next day, 434 now, not 432. And hopefully we can tag that 420. If you're a bull, you want to see us tag that weekly. Every 3 months or so, 4 months, you want to tag that weekly in a bull market. That's the norm in a bull market. Now my calls are now 43 cents, 44 cents. Still long calls on SPY. We're at power hour right now. If they don't run this up into this bell here, I'm going to have to close at some point, and I'll pick up more calls for tomorrow. Yeah, there's some more. SPX is under its hourly velo, though. So SPX is telling you, no, we're not going to go up that high. SPX telling you we're getting a roll here. Let me bring up SPX really quick. SPX bottoming right now, but still you can see the hourly velo to the downside. So this one is making me wary of my calls. I should have looked at this one here. Didn't see this. So even if we do squeeze here, 441, 380 maybe. And then once the overnight takes over, oh, this will help me make my decision. Yeah, we're still bullish on ES right now. So ES is saying the move is to the upside. So a little bit of conflict here. During cash market hours, I trust SPX the most. And then once we get into the overnight hours, I trust ES to the upside. We're going to talk about small caps at some point as well. SPX saying that this was bottom over here, although it is bearish on Velo. You can see him trying to sell it right now off the hourly trigger. Now my calls are 28 cents. Taking a bath right now. I'm down 40% on them. I added another 25 at 29 cents just then. Now up to 50 contracts. 49 cents and 29 cents. No interest in CPI on Wednesday? No, I've got none. Yeah, good to see you too. I've got no interest in my interest. I'll be honest with you guys. My interest in most news events is waning. Mostly just trading the trigger right now. I'm not trading anything else a lot because it's proving itself, regardless of what the news is. Well, I've got interest in CPI. I've got interest in earnings season. Maybe like how those are interpreted wherever we are in the marketplace. But generally speaking, right now, most of my interest lies in the trigger telling me where we're going. Good question, though. We're above right now on ES. We are on ES right now. We're bullish for the overnight. We're bullish for a squeeze higher in the overnight right here. So we'll see if they do it right now or if they do it overnight. Yeah, we're bullish on ES for the overnight. As long as we stay above 4435.25, we're bullish into the overnight right now in ES. SPX telling the only SPX saying that we're bearish still. We're gonna look at IWM as well before I get off the air here. IWM is cranking, man. I'm super bullish on it, and it's been doing a great job here. It's actually at the top of it's at the top right now of its resistance, but it's above its hourly. It didn't roll over like SPY did, and I'm very bullish on IWM right now. And of course, it's telling a different story than SPY right now, SPX. So look at that before the end of the day today. Matter of fact, look at it right now. IWM, fascinating, right? On Friday, when IWM rolled over, or it squeezed, right?
According to a Turkish official.
Saved its daily, stayed above, well, eventually stayed above its monthly. But when it rolled over here, it did not break below its hourly trigger. It squeezed again above its hourly trigger. Now, you should see another roll down here in IWM to 186.42, but it's underneath its hourly right now. Its daily is getting more bullish. I'm looking for another bounce trade on IWM here to the upside. And to take out that 189.50 above. I'm actually very bullish. They caught the monthly close. It's now turning up right here. But they caught the monthly close for a bullish look on it. So I'm fascinated to see if IWM can break above its previous high here at 189.05. I'd like to take this trade here at 186.52 in the next day or two. They're going to try to stop me out down here. You can already see they're trying to right now. So overall on SPY, still looking for the tag of the weekly down below at 420. 432. I said 432 and then 420. But 434 is now apparent on the daily because we've traded sideways for so long. So I have to adjust the 432 call to 434. And then 420 ultimately would like to see SPY tag that. I've got puts for that. I've got puts for 432 and then for 420. Joe Donut Power Hours dumb today, lame. Yeah, I'm hoping for. Well, I'm not hoping. The longer we trade sideways, the more those are going to come up, right? Your daily triggers and weekly triggers going to continue higher, and we likely will explode higher. So if we trade sideways like this for the next 2-3 weeks, it's not going to matter. If we get to the 15th, 19th, 20th with no significant down move, we're just going to start ripping higher at some point. Now trading 31 cents. I'm on 50 contracts on 439C for the close. Yeah, I've got 0 dates for today. I've got a June 10th 0 date calls, and then I'm sitting on monthly puts on SPY. Rotation or consolidation. This is all rotation. Still super bullish here. So my long-term view here is that SPY is going to all-time highs. Likely not just all-time highs, likely even higher. So my ultimate view is that we're going to. Let me explain this better. I was supposed to make a video about this. Let me show you guys something here. So let's take a look at what I'm trying to explain to you guys out there the other day. So you've had a very good run here, okay? Now this is a very good bull run. We hit the daily, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close to the daily, right? Close to the daily. We have not checked the weekly. Let me just get rid of this. So we have not touched this weekly, and we have not touched the daily, right? We're in a downtrend right now overall. But when we're in a bull run, you tend to touch that weekly in a bull run 3 to 4 times a year, somewhere in there. So I want you to see the last one. So this is 2021. And I want you to see this run here. So this is very similar, right? You have a break above. You have price get above the hourly, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. This is bullish. Now, we usually come back and check the daily, right? Get a nice high, come back down, and at least check this weekly at some point and continue higher. Do you see that? This is almost every bull run. And so the key point here is, what are we looking for? Minimum of touching the daily, and if anything, maybe possibly break under it. One of the cool parts, though, of these runs is you don't see these lines breaking below. So you're not seeing the yellow line. See this yellow line? You're not seeing it cross the weekly, right? You're not seeing it turn over and roll down. You're seeing price go down there, but not the daily trigger go down there. It's confirming that even though we're bouncing, that we're still bullish. We're still bullish, right? The trigger is not crossing. You still see the you still see the separation in triggers. You actually get bearish when you see how it didn't cross down here. See how it crossed, though, right here? This is bearish. See the yellow line crossing the orange? That's your first signal right there. Well, it's not your first, but there's a velocity signal in the background. But you at least come back and check these things. Every bull run in history, we come back and check the daily, and about 3 to 4 times a year, the weekly. Right here, there's the weekly. Yellow line still looks bullish here. Orange line coming up to meet. Very bullish, right? So we're at least looking for a test of this yellow line and possibly, potentially a test lower at some point. All right, there's the 29th. There's the 30th right in there. Even if we squeeze higher, an eventual at least touch there to go higher, or a break underneath to touch and go higher here. But neither of these lines are showing ultimate bearishness. We're not seeing like, hey, yeah, we're, like the yellow line's careening downward, anything like that. We're seeing, though, here, this is the 30-minute chart. See this? You see how the daily is rolling here to the downside? So I am ultimately going to expect us to come down here, go to zero line, and then start to trade higher again, whenever that may be. I think it's the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We're still in a descending channel here. We have a little bit of rolling going on right now. I might have to stop myself out before the end of the day, so I'm still long calls for the close here. Trading 25 cents right now on those calls. Hey, thanks, Joe. So the question becomes, is this rotation or consolidation? It's a mix of both. It's rotation and consolidation. Come on, baby. Print my shit into this close. Do me a creepy crawly right up the side here. So all I want to see is like, whoop, right up there. $4.39's all over the place. They're now 30 cents right now. Price target to the upside, 441.47, I believe. I know that sounds crazy, doesn't it? Watch us close like fucking flat sideways into the bell. So there's a 1-minute chart.
NATO Stoltenberg says Erdogan agreed to forward Sweden's bid.
No, I read both. So when I'm reading chats, right, I got some wonkiness going on here. So I want you guys to know I've got a chat open with YouTube and Twitch. So I've got a rolling chat, right? Right here I've got a screener, and it shows me both YouTube and Twitch. And then, but sometimes it lags or I need to reset it. That's from a thing called Streamlabs. So I run multi-stream across different platforms, and that's where I get that chat from. As a matter of fact, I'm supposed to start another platform this week at some point. I'm supposed to be streaming to some other platform, but I've got a chat that runs that shows both YouTube and Twitch, but it's not always real time. It can fall behind. If I refresh it, the entire chat disappears. So it's kind of like a mixed bag of, do I refresh the chat, making sure it's real time or not? But I won't be able to scroll back through and see the old multi-chat or multi-stream chat. And then I've got I keep open real-time chat on YouTube and Twitch. So I've got 3 chats open, trying to keep up with you guys. Seller rage. Sellers do not want to see this squeeze higher into this close right now. I'm kind of pissed off at myself. I'm trapped right now in calls. Now I want to buy some ES. I'm like, oh, I want to buy some ES for the after hours. But my real-time chat is only on YouTube and Twitch. So I bounce between all 3. So it's kind of hard at times to keep up with the chats. Let me see. There's STT Voyager just said, so here's an example. This is all good. This is all Twitch. Yeah, this is all real time right now. I'm good right now. Do I prefer subs on Twitch or YouTube? I like them both. I like subs on both. Twitch, I can't believe how great Twitch has been. Twitch, so there's a couple things here. So like YouTube is built for recorded videos, a specific length, recorded, and shorts. That's what they're built for. YouTube hates live streaming. They suck at it. I don't know if they suck at it, if the algorithms, or they don't like it. They're not built around live streaming. So Twitch, though, is built around live streaming. It's built for live streamers. And they really do a great job of highlighting live streamers. That's their focus. So Winky was trying to explain it to me. He's like in terms of being a live streamer, he's like, you're like a rock star on Twitch. And I'm like, no, I've only got 400 or 200 or 300. Now I'm getting thousands of people watching on Twitch, which is fascinating. But I didn't believe what Winky was saying. Winky's point was, if you have 100 people watching you on Twitch, that's like 5,000 on YouTube. 200 people is like 10,000 on YouTube. It's so when you start to see 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000, sometimes I get 2, 3, 4,000. Right? At times, like up into last week, I had like, I think it was 3,600 viewers at one point, or 4,000 viewers on Twitch. That's like having like 100,000 people watching you on YouTube. People are like, no, it's not. They're the same, and I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, it's not the same. I thought it was the same too. If you look at like the statistics of streamers on Twitch versus people making videos on YouTube, it's apples and oranges. It's like it's trying to compare two things that are completely different. And I couldn't grasp it. And then he had sent me some links to some stuff to look at on Twitch statistics, and it's like mind-boggling. I was an affiliate within I think 3 days on Twitch, and then I was offered partner, and I couldn't become an affiliate for like 2 weeks, even though I met all the requirements. And then I think in 2 weeks I was eligible to be a partner with Twitch. So it's great. As a matter of fact, I'm heading out to TwitchCon in October to try to meet people. So Twitch has been great in terms of traction. YouTube doesn't provide that. YouTube's like, no. They're like, make a video every night for 20 minutes or 45 minutes, and we'll get you 100,000 followers over there. But YouTube can't stand streamers. I don't know why that is. So right now we're bearish. Well, not bearish, but we are below the 1 and the 5 prices on the 1 minute right now. It's not looking good for me. But I'm not trusting this close here. I'd like to see the squeeze higher, and then a sell off of that. So we'll see. I'm calling bullshit right now. Either right now or after hours on the price of SPY here. Even though I'm bearish. I think we're going to squeeze and then sell it down even lower. Same thing on Friday. Same as Friday, no difference. I think that was Friday, right? Yeah, I think Friday was the same thing. So squeeze higher, then they roll it back down even lower. And currently for tomorrow, the target for tomorrow is 434.43, but not until we squeeze. So we squeeze higher, then we roll it down to 434.38. So squeeze the close, sell it down tomorrow. Yeah, you got to stick to YouTube. And I get that too. This is another aspect to this. There's a reason why I stream to both. Why do I stream to both? Is for multi reasons. Like, number one, some people can only watch on YouTube, as Andrea is saying. Some people are used to YouTube. They're like, I'm familiar with YouTube. That's all I do. I don't do Twitch. So I get that. I'm fine with that. I understand it. I understand people don't want to learn something new. So I do stream to both. But then I've got people that only like Twitch for a multitude of reasons. Twitch is almost real time without having to catch up ever. There's a native delay in YouTube. Younger people watch Twitch. They don't watch YouTube as much. They watch Twitch. They watch TikTok. They watch shit like that, right? So I want to keep that. If that audience prefers Twitch, then I'm going to stream to them. Trading 24 cents right now. And then been waiting for the crash in spring. Yeah, I think we squeeze. So my take here is that we're going to squeeze this close, and then we're going to get a roll afterwards. I think that we're not done with this gap up here. I'm going to put it right here. So there's still this gap right here. Follow my cursor up here. Whether we do this into this bell or if we do this in the overnight and then we roll it back down, something like that. So that's what I'm seeing. Still not done with this above until we begin to head lower. Next target lower is now 434.66, and then still have 420 as the what I'd like to see as the low. So it just depends upon your timeline here. Oh, they're killing me right now with these fucking calls. I'm pissy. 3:32 in the afternoon. Just pure garbage right now. The other place I was going to start to stream was Kick. So the next platform I should start streaming on here shortly or coming up is Kick. So if any of you are on Kick, you'll expect me there here shortly. Yeah, there's definitely some seller rage here. They do not want to see the squeeze. Sellers like, no more squeezing, it's just straight down, which I prefer. I hope that we go down. The sooner we hit 420, the easier the market can go higher. Yeah, 433.98. I give a better target for tomorrow. 434.65 would be the target for tomorrow. You gotta stick to YouTube. Oh, that's you, Andrea. See what Twitch is saying. Call's not the play. Yeah, they're just 0 dates. Yeah, I'm calling this bullshit here. I still don't believe this bullshit. Or I'm trying not to believe it. If we start to break under it, though, I'm going to believe it. We're getting a bear flag here. 3-trigger bear cross right now. I can see it right here forming. So I'm going to get stopped out here. I can already see it. Close to getting stopped out. It's right there. That should have been a red line. Right there. Still long calls here. Trading 21 cents. Fed's Bosick, even with a 25 BP move at next meeting, will still require patience from there, not expecting dramatic sea changes in inflation. Rate moves have been knife edge calls. July to be the same. That's Bosick saying that. We could see inflation getting 2% without more rate hikes. Underlying inflation data is telling a very positive story. Yeah, we have to go over that this week. The moment that inflation stops going down. Oh, by the way, guess what I bought? I bought eggs for $1 at Aldi, of all places. I bought eggs for $1 and butter for $3.20. I was impressed to see that. But here's the fascinating thing. So I bought eggs and butter I bought butter for $3.20 and eggs for $1. I bought 3 dozen. I was like, we'll find something to do with them. Well, trading 27 cents right now in 439 C's. Whoa. Whoa. 26 cents. Whoa. Whoa, baby. Whoa. So, I swear to God, these fucking, like this market right now, right, is so fucked up. Trading 29 cents right now in 439C. Come on, baby. Rip their faces off into the bell. Please do it. I want to prove them all wrong. Come on, baby. 338 right now. What, you know, this shit always turns into like a rememberable video, right? It could be like it could be an hour-long video. It won't matter. 28 cents right now. Not so bad, right? I'm only down really right around here. I'm only down like 13 cents or something like that. I'll fucking laugh my ass off, rip face into this close. I will. But so I bought a bunch of shit that was cheap. I went out shopping and I'm like, oh, well, so we've been on vacation. And a couple things here. So my wife and my kids, right? So power went out. Wife and kids were like, fuck this, we're out of here. Let's go to the lake house. I'm like, I can't leave. I have to gas the fucking... we got food in the refrigerator. I got a freezer full of shit downstairs. I'm like, I can't leave. I have to keep gassing up the Jenny, right? And I'm all fucking pissed about this. I'm pretty fucking angry, right? I can't run anything. So the wife and kids are like, we're leaving. And I'm like, okay, well, you leave. I end up going to get a new fucking generator. I'm so pissed off. But even then, like, I have to get like a gas tank that's like 200 gallons or something. And even then, I have to change the oil. You can't leave.
Act of 2023.
Like, even with a generator, like, you have to change the oil. You have to change the gas. You have to do all this other fucking stupid shit. Come on, Spy, dude. Seriously, you're killing me. Killing me, Smalls. Just squeeze the close. Just go up there. Dude, I just want to see, like, the fucking face ripper into the bell. Whoop. Way up there. So I see prices coming down. What is that about inflation? There's a couple of things we got to talk about inflation. So I'm like, okay, prices are coming down. But then I go, like, so we've been on vacation, right? So then I go to, like, I go on vacation and I'm trying to buy firewood. And I'm at, like, this little store for firewood.
Widening corporate profit margins benefits no one if it feeds inflation. So borrowing to fund public sector pay rises is inflationary. And UK Finance Minister Hunt says Bank of England's Governor Bailey and I will do what's necessary for as long as necessary to return CPI to 2%.
So I go to the store. I'm trying to buy firewood and ice, and it was expensive. It was like, here's a 3-pound bag of ice for $5 or something. And I'm like, dude, my local grocery store, it's like $3 for a 20-pound bag of ice right now. Everything's going down.
Early market on closing balance currently sitting at 571 million to the sell side.
But these fucking small stores, they're like, fuck no, we ain't never coming back. We're never going back. Eggs are $20. They weren't actually 20, but they're like, fuck no, we have inflation. I'm like, no, we don't. It's coming down, dude. I'm like, all these big, oh, dude, what the fuck are they doing? Bastards. 18 cents right now. All right, so I'm going to give this 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. 341. Hopefully I can at least sell out of these calls and lick my wounds. But it's fascinating because as I go through this weekend, right, on vacation, and I see inflation coming down. And companies, large companies, are adjusting to it, is my point. But not everybody is adjusting to it. Some people have been like you see the greed from corporations with inflation. You know that most inflation has been a scam, right? But you see, like, a lot of small businesses are like, we kind of like this. We're making all this money. And I don't think they want the gig to be up. So you've got like a two-faced problem here, right? You've got a small business owner that's like, goddamn, inflation's out of control. And then, of course, it's coming down, and they're like, well, wait a minute. We think it's out of control, but we do like charging triple what we should be charging. So I found it fascinating, just the fact that prices are coming down, and small businesses do not want those prices to come down. They like the prices higher, and they're going to try to keep them high as long as they possibly can. That's killing me here, man. It's making my eyes bleed. In the next 5 minutes, I need this price to go up just a little bit more so I can at least get out. Lick my wounds. Watch me cut my calls and we rip face in the last 5 minutes. Trading 22 cents right now. I bought 25 at 49 and 25 at 29. So I'm getting eaten alive here. So I was just fascinated by it. But we've talked more about inflation. Maybe I could probably stay here. You guys want to go over the market really quick with me after the close? We can. If you guys want me to stay, I will. And we'll look at the entire market as a whole. We can go through all the indexes. We can go through HYG. We can go through VIX. We can go through Bitcoin if you want. We can go through Fangman plus T. If you want me to stay for after the bell, I can. Yeah, okay, I'll stay. Yeah, I'll go through them. I'll go through SPY, SPX, and all that stuff with you. I'm going to stick around after 4 today. And we'll go over the entire market and a market overview. What we should be looking at, though, too, is, how about this? We'll look at the market overview. We'll look at market breadth. We'll look at some other fascinating things that say we're going down. And we're going to look at one cool thing that we'll look at is all of the dynamics of the Fed funds rate, inflation. We can look at that stuff. There's a part of inflation where once the it's hard to explain. As inflation is coming down, right? So inflation is like, as it's ripping down, the market should trade sideways and up. Once the rate of inflation going down stops, it's usually bad for the market. So once we attain that 2%, it's never good for the market. It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? And that is when the twos and tens matter, believe it or not. The yield curve will matter at that point. You should also see a pause in rates, if not a loosening of rates. And someone actually turned my attention to, I don't know his name. I don't know this guy. Some guy named Gammon or something. I had a video sent to me from about him, and I watched it. Some guy, I don't know what his name is, something Gammon. And I watched his video, and he had it right about banks. That we have liquidity being pumped into the system through the banks right now. So he backed up my previous statement of it made 2 statements. One, they're performing QE through the banks, even though you don't see it. And he discusses that in a video. I don't know if you guys watch that guy or not, but I did watch his video, and he was correct. He was very correct. We are running QE through other avenues right now. Now, there is an issue if the banks will loan that money to us, even if they don't. Look at these look at that big green bar right there. Woof. There is a question of will they lend the money to you? There's another question here where they still loan it to. His point was they're loaning it to hedge funds to buy the market right now. So they're giving loans to hedge funds to actually buy this market right now. They're not loaning it to you, but they are loaning it to other entities out there. And so, yeah, they're performing QE, whether you believe it, like it, or don't like it. Yeah, George Gammon, that's the guy. George Gammon, watched his video on that over the weekend. I don't know anything about the guy. I don't know who he is. I've never watched him before. I think his face looks familiar to me, but I don't know who he is. Yeah, I'm trying to close out. I'm at 15 cents right now. I'm kind of pissy about it. I'm trying to close it. I have not closed yet. Still long. Yeah, we're not set up for a crash. Well, we'll talk about that too. I'll show it to you guys today. We'll look at it after the close. We are in no way set up for a crash. And anyone claiming a crash is out of their fucking mind. Like, literally out of their fucking mind. We are in no way set up for a crash. They're out of their fucking minds. Well, they're either trying to get followers, sell subscriptions, or they're going to wrap it up and claim that they closed their shorts when we tag the weekly. And that they're once again long or something. That's what they're going to claim. So we're not in any way, shape, or form set up for a crash. If we are, though, we'll know it. We can show that if we are going to crash, what it looks like. We can talk about that after if you want to, if we have time. It's really bizarre. Like when you call a crash, right? You can call it if you kind of know it's coming. But you can't call it until you have proof of it happening. It's a really bizarre thing. We'll talk about it today. We'll talk about a crash today. Matter of fact, in the background, I'm going to open up some stuff here for you guys to look at. I can show you guys what to look for. Give me a second here and I'll... Wait a minute here. They got putting the pain on me, dude. Serious pain on me. Yeah, we're going to look at that. We're going to look at all the macro you need. We're going to look at the daily chart. What else are we going to look at? P ratio cycles. Let's open that one. I don't know if we're not going to talk about earnings season just yet. Stock picks? Nope. I think I got them all up. What we're going to look at. Dude, they are straight revenge trading this one. The calls are now 8 cents here. 9 cents. I'm sweating, dude. I'm sweating fucking bullets here. I'm pretty fucking pissed.
Market on closing balance currently sitting at 1.7 billion to the sell side. Just wait for the final orders to come through before we call it. Market on closing balance 1.7 billion to the sell side. So that's the market on closing balance for today's session. 1.7 billion.
Trading 12 cents right now. I gotta get ready to close these. I'm gonna get fucking smoked here. 13 cents right now. 15 cents. $0.17. I'm looking at calls for tomorrow too here. $0.14. $0.16. Dude, seriously, what the fuck are you doing? Are there like a bazillion calls or something on 439s? They don't want to see them close and the fucking money or something? 17, 16. I'm going to stick around with you after the bell here. We're going to go over the market. We're going to look at why these people are out of their fucking minds thinking that we're crashing. 14, fuck, dude, seriously. We're going to go over today why these people are out of their minds saying that we're going to have a crash or we're set up for a crash. Unless I haven't looked in a week or two. So I haven't seen what would say that we're going to crash. Let me look right now. Yeah, no, they're out of their fucking minds. They're gonna get fucking smoked. I'm telling you what. Anyone that's saying we're gonna crash is gonna get their fucking asses ripped out. 18 cents right now. Come on, baby. 23 cents right now. Dude, come on, just fucking run it up. The fuck are you doing? 19 cents, 20 cents. 20 cents, 21 cents right now. 22 cents. Oh, God. Oh. $0.19 right now. All right. All right, hold on. All right. I've got a stop limit here, so 25 cents. Come on. Get the fuck up there. 26 cents. These motherfuckers, dude. I shit you not. Yeah, fuck your puts, by the way.
As well, we do expect to hit
28 cents right now.
Bailey, bearing in mind his text release did come out.
26 cents. Come on, get up there. 27 cents. Fuck your puts, by the way. 28 cents, 25 cents. Come on. Don't fucking do me dirty. 26 cents, 27 cents. Squeeze out every one of these assholes. Squeeze them all out, dude. Just do it. Do it. Give me the fucking last 5 minutes. Come on. 28 cents. Oh, dude, I'm so mad. I'm so fucking mad right now. Five minutes left into the bell. Back on the hourly trigger right now. Trapping these fucking sellers. 20 trading 25. I gotta stop limit below, so if I get triggered out, I get triggered out. Come on. Dude, give me that last 5 minutes just creepy crawly up the fucking wall. Fuck every one of these last bears. Get up there and get that price target last 5 minutes. Do it! Trading 29 cents right now. 30 cents right now. These fucking bears. Fucking lying fucking bears. Every day lying bears. 31 cents. 30 cents. Fucking A, man. This is pissing 29. Come on, man. Dude, just give me 3 green bars. Give me 4 big green bars. Oh, you suck. I'm going to take an L on this one way or another, aren't I? 25 cents. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I'm going to get triggered right now. I'm out. They just stopped me out. Motherfuckers. I just got stopped out. I took a pretty big loss there. Doesn't matter, though. Anyways, there's your squeeze. It's happening. I would not be caught short here, personally, until tomorrow. And then we're gonna talk about the rest of the week here. Fucking A, man. I could have closed at like 29 cents. I lost 9 fucking pennies too. Okay, hold on a second here. Just a second here. Let's see what they do the last couple minutes, last 3 minutes here. They stopped me out right in this red bar right here. Okay, we're gonna have a chat here. We're gonna have a fireside chat, okay? If you're a bear, if you're a collapse bear, we're gonna have a fireside chat. I need this message really isn't for bulls. This message is for you if you're a bear. We have to have a fireside chat here. It's important that we do. And the reason is it's multifold. Like, maybe we can, let's see if I can find a ticker that, I want to see like the ticker that's topped maybe or something like that. Let me look at, maybe I can look at Facebook or something. Not right now, but I want to show you guys something here. Look at fucking Meta beast mode. And what's important here? So let's look at Meta. So this is Meta. There's something important here about this is a daily chart on Meta. You look at a weekly on Meta too. Kind of an important thing. So this is a weekly chart for Meta. I'm using this as an example. So let me delete all this crap in here. Delete all? Yeah, delete all everything. Okay, so Meta. I want you to see I want you to look at Meta. This is a weekly chart on Meta, okay? And what the importance of a weekly chart. This is a 30 EMA and a 129 or a 116. It's between 27 and 30. 129, 116, 119. This is a weekly chart on Meta. This is an important thing. So on a weekly, weekly, you see the closing bars underneath? You see that right there? That's your first indication that Meta is bearish. And when you're drowning a stock ticker, a symbol, they'll fail to go higher, and you can see it. You can actually see. You can actually see see how it rolls here, and then it starts to go higher. That's bullish, right? You can see the failure here. You can also see the flattening of that white line and the white line rolling over, right? This is all very bearish. That's when you can become bearish on Meta. On a daily chart on Meta, you can see it here. You can see price break below. And you can also see the difference here? You see how it recovers and goes higher? So was there crash risk here? Yeah, there is. There's crash risk right fucking there where my cursor is, right there. There's risk. And I bet somebody said Meta's going to crash right here. It's going to crash. They can't say that. They can say, yeah, it's got risk of crashing here. And it didn't, right? So they can't say it's going to fucking crash. Now, but there's some key points here. You can see that it came back up higher, right? And you can see right here, crash risk ended, right? You can see here, though, that you have one failure. We had a failure to close that gap. We had a new low, another failure up here, and right here is where it actually began to crash, right there. But you could actually see it crashing with just that white line. You can see the white line going lower and begin to break. You didn't see any break of that white line below the red line, did you? You never saw a break of that white line. But you did see a break of the white line over here. Do you see that? It's very clear as fucking day. It's clear as fucking day. White line breaks over there and does not break over there. So there's risk of crashing here, but we're not crashing. You don't have the white line underneath. It's that simple. Alexa, I'm gonna hang up. Oh, look at everything's resetting in my house. So you have risk of crashing, and you have we're gonna fucking crash this ticker. Does it make sense to you? So if you see that white line cross underneath the red line, not good, right? You don't see the cross of the white line previously here. It's clear as fucking day. Clear as fucking day. White line crossed underneath the red line. It's pretty fucking simple. Is the SPY doing that right now? Is the SPY doing any of this right now? You tell me. So you got people out there calling for a crash, right? Let's look at SPX and see if it's doing that. I don't fucking see that. I don't fucking see it. So who the fuck out there is calling for a fucking crash? They're out of their fucking minds. I don't see this red line here flattening. I don't even, it's not even flattening, it's going up. I don't see the white line coming down here to touch it. It's not below it. So how the fuck are you calling a crash right now? Now, I've got another way to look to see if we're going to crash. I'll show you that in a moment before it happens, like up here where we are. How the fuck are you going to call that? So you're out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind if you're calling a crash right now. You're smoking fucking crack is what you're doing. You're shooting heroin. You're fucking, I don't know who's calling that shit, but they're out of their fucking mind right now calling for a crash of the S&P 500 or NASDAQ or IWM. I don't give a fuck. They're out of their fucking minds. And this is a pretty easy way for you to look. It's a pretty simple way in real time if we have crash risk. Do you know where we did have crash risk? Right here. We had crash risk. That's different. You want to see something else that's cool? Look at SPX. This is SPX, right? Notice how the white line doesn't cross? Notice how the white line does cross? What does that present? Crash risk. Do you get it? So if you spent your fucking time out there calling for a crash, 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 you could have exited right here. And instead of selling fucking subscriptions, jerking yourself off, and being wrong, you could have longed this fucking market, made a bunch of money, and you would have known where to exit. Very simply. It's very simple. It's not hard. It's pretty fucking simple. It's pretty fucking simple. Same thing right here. Buy the bottom, run it up, run it up, run it up. Boom, you see the white line cross the red. I'm out. It's simple. It's fucking simple. It's not hard. It's not rocket science. It's not something where you have to call a fucking crash every 2 weeks or every month or every 3 months. That's what they do. They call it, 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 and then eventually they're fucking right. Now, there is a way to see if we're going to crash. Before. I'll show you those right now. Now, you have precursors to a crash. One of your precursors is watching a weekly chart, believe it or not. As long as price stays above the 1, the 5, the hour, the daily, and the weekly, you're good to go. And furthermore, if those lines are heading straight up or sideways, you're still good. You're still long this market. And as a matter of fact, even when you come down and you don't see the lines turn down and cross, you're just looking for a dip to buy. Do you see the healthiness of this pullback here? Do you see how price goes lower, but the white line doesn't? See how price goes down, but the white line is not following. See how the white line didn't come down here with price? It's a big thing to see, right? You see how the white line is not coming down with price. Do you see how the white line is coming down with price, right? It is crossing down here. And let's say you wanted to sell the market crash. You actually had an opportunity to do that up here. You didn't need to call this. You needed to exit your longs, and you had an opportunity to sell the market down. So your positioning in this every market should be a bull, a buyer of this market, until the market says otherwise. Does that make sense to you? So if you're a bear, you should be a buyer of the market. And then when the market shows you that it's going to begin to become risk off, that's when you turn bearish. Now, if you're a better on the sell side, that's fine. But if you're going to be on the sell side, you have to rein it in until we become risk off. You have to lower your expectations to the downside. You have to be tactful. You have to say, well, I've got a target of 432. I got another target of 420, and I'm gonna fucking sell my puts or close my shorts until the market says otherwise. Until the market shows that I no longer have to be tactful and I can go full fucking bore and sell this market. You have to. There is nobody with real money in this market, nobody that makes money, like real money, right? That is actually like that in this market. If they are, they're out of their fucking minds and they're lying. They have to be. They have to be working a job. They're doing something, I promise you. So this is pretty easy with just two things. What's really cool about this too is I want to show you something really neat. So this is SPX. Let's look at it on a weekly. There are some really cool things here. On a weekly, you could see a cross for a major down move right here. You see it? This actually implies a major crash on a weekly time frame. See it? Here's another one. This is 2000, implying a major crash ahead. Major. Big second leg down. See it on the weekly? Notice how we didn't get it here in the weekly, did we? Notice how we didn't get it here, did we? Notice how we didn't get it here. So even when we crash, how bad is it going to be? I can infer how bad it's going to be. I can infer that if I look at a weekly chart with a 27 or a 30 EMA and a 129 or a 119, 116, whatever you want, I can actually fucking infer how bad is it going to be. And what's crazy is there were times in the past where we resolved this. There's actually a time in the 1980s where it was looking like we were going to have a major crash, where it did break below. Show you one right here. It's back in 1982. Back in 1982, we made a cross in March 12th of 1982. And you would say to yourself, we are at risk of a major crash, like major, like the kind we had in 2000 and 2008. But guess what it did? It resolved itself in October of 1982. So let's say we're in March, and I say to you of 1982, I say to you, we are in risk of a major crash. It doesn't happen. October comes, and I say to you, we have resolved that risk of crash. You should long the market. That's what you should have done. Do you see that? So you're like, we're at risk of major crash. We've now resolved, and we're going higher. You can see it here and here. See it right here. March 5th. Resolves itself in October. Does that make sense? So you have risk of crash. You have we are crashing. And you have resolution of that said crash, right? So these are important things for you to understand. These are very important concepts. And furthermore, if price is above the white and red line, we're bullish and we're buyers and we're looking for dips to buy. And if the white line's not crossing the red line, we are definitely tactful as sellers. You can see right here where the white line crosses, right? We're no longer tactful. Let's sell this shit to the depths of hell, right? White line has crossed the red line, price is below it. Give me an entry point. Let's sell this pig down. Make sense? Makes sense, right? Otherwise, you're going to get your ass handed to you and you're going to get blown out. So this is SPX right now. Right? And you're looking for a roll. You're looking to touch the white line in a bull run. You're looking to touch the red line every 3 or 4 months. Well, not the red line. There's actually different lines, but we're trading the yellow line right now, right? But you want to trade this at some point. You want to trade 420. You want to touch grass. You want to get out of the basement and touch grass every once in a while. We do that in bull runs. You can see it right here. Pull back right here. Corrected right here. Corrected right here. Corrected right here. You can see it. Corrected right here. 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 Right here. We don't have to. We can just run this all the way up. We can get close to it. But you're a buyer of this fucking market, not a seller. Well, I'm a seller right now, but I'm a seller because I'm trying to get down to that white line on a daily. I'm looking to pull back a little bit, correct a little bit, so we can continue higher. Now, some other fascinating stuff I want to show you. You ready for the juice? I just got a, oh, by the way, I'm getting, the other thing I have going on, you guys may or may not know this, is I'm trying to switch my phone. And I think I'm getting text messages like a day later or something. I just got a text right now that said Slayer calls. I'm assuming that text was made earlier. So another thing that I want to show you here is this. This is very important here, okay? These are cycles of the stock market, okay? And when we become like majorly overbought, we tend to roll then. And I want you to look at this here, okay? The weekly, see that weekly? A little bit overbought here, right? Starting to tell you.
For today's session, the stock market kicked off the week on a
I want you to see this right here. This is a weekly here, okay? Weekly velocity. Price is going higher.
Key inflation data at the start of the earnings season. Following a 3-day slide in the S&P 500, the benchmark.
Don't turn that down. But you can see that velocity is going down while price is going up, okay? I also want you to pay attention to monthly velocity. We're peaking up here. See how we're peaking? See how we're coming down? See how we're beginning to come down then? It's warning you. See the peak? And then we're coming down, right? It's warning you that we have a crash ahead. So before we even get there, what am I looking for? Well, I'm looking for weekly to peak and also monthly to peak. Have we peaked on monthly yet? Fuck no. We haven't. So right now there's no pre-warning for me. We're not already up here. This hasn't peaked for a matter of time, and this hasn't begun to roll over. And this hasn't peaked here yet, has it? So I don't even have a pre-warning. I don't even have a fucking pre-warning of a pre-warning that we're at risk of crash right now. There is no pre-warning of a market crash right now. This market is being accumulated. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. So we're cycling up, believe it or not. We're cycling up. We're not cycling down. If you're a seller, you have to be tactful right now. So velocity is telling me, get fucked. That's what velocity is telling me. Velocity is telling me in no way, shape, or form are we selling this market. It's not happening yet. Monthly is telling me that as well. So, hold on a second here. Go back to 1 minute. Son of a bitch. Look at that. Son of a bitch. $439.90. Trying to tell me we weren't squeezing. I'm so pissed off right now. Should have held those calls right under the goddamn bell. So I got the direction right, but not the timing. Too funny. I should have just fucking held him right under the bell. And I just got a text message like a moment ago that said, sell your calls. My phone's all fucked up, by the way. I got a, I tried to switch from an iPhone to an Android, and I got like problems with the, switching the phones, I guess. So now I'm like taking the card out and put it back in the iPhone. And it's like not in the it's not in the Android right now. It's back in the iPhone because the Android's not fucking working. And I'm not getting text messages. I'm getting them like an hour later or some shit. So anyways, if your inputs get fucked, eat shit and die. I would have banked stupid. Guess what they are right now? 79 fucking cents. They're 70 fucking 9 cents right now. Ah! There's 79 cents. My calls are now worth 79 cents. Fuck. Or they were 79 cents into the bell. Did they hit 90? Yeah, they're formally. I didn't keep them. I sold them. Okay, so let's get back to the original talk here. So there's something for you to know if you're a seller. We're not in crash mode. Do not. If we get into crash mode, I will fucking tell you. I will know if we're crashing. I can tell you right now that I will fucking tell anybody out there. I called it last 2 years ago in 2021. I called it. I've been around with you guys forever. Some of you guys have been with me since the beginning. If we start fucking crashing, I promise you that I will know before anybody else, or I will be your confirmation, because I know when we're crashing. I have what it takes to see the crash. I look for the crash, and I go, oh, it's right fucking there. It's right there with velocity. And then before it even happens, I know. And then once it starts to confirm, or we have risk of crash, I will tell you. We are at risk of crashing. I made a post on Captain's Alpha where I said, we're at risk of crashing. The last time I just showed you on this video, it was in March, I think, or December. I think it was March or December, and I was like, we're at risk of crashing here. And I will tell you, we are at risk of crashing, or we are crashing. Either one, I'll tell you. As soon as it resolves itself, I'll say, yeah, we're resolved. It's done. Does that make sense? So if you follow me, I can assure you when it's happening. I can point and show you in a chart, this is it, it's happening. Or this is where the risk is. Does that make sense? So anyone out there that you're listening to or watching on any fucking video out there has no fucking idea what they're talking about. They're out of their fucking minds. All of them. They're out of their fucking minds. If they're not out of their minds, they're trying to sell you something. I don't care what it is. Cool. If they're selling you like a fucking subscription or a really cool video, or they're appeasing your fears, or whatever it is, whatever their motivations are, I don't know what they are. But we can see it a mile a fucking way is my point. A mile away. So if you're a seller, your job is to be tactful in your selling. When we get to the point where you can say, fuck it, I'm going to sell my wife and kids, I'm going to remortgage my house, and I'm going to short this fucking pile of shit spy into the dumpster, I'll fucking be there with you. And we'll do it together. Until those things show themselves, I apologize. You have to be tactful. And if you're better as a seller, I understand that. I get it. keep selling, but you have to be tactful. You are required to. You have to be smarter. You have to rein it in until we are in those conditions where you can just be like, fuck it, I'm hammering the sell button. Buyers are just looking for a place to buy a fucking dip. They're looking to buy the 27 EMA on a daily chart. They are. Every time it hits that, which if it ever comes back, they want to. There are hedge funds out there that are raging pissed because they're being forced to buy the 6 EMA on a daily chart. We have not pulled back on this run to the 27 EMA on a daily chart. They want to entry there. So they're going to go on CNBC. They're going to go on Bloomberg News. They're going to go on Twitter. And they're going to fucking feed you a pile of shit as to why it has to go down or it's going to crash. You know why? Because they're getting fucking loans from the banks. And they got to put this money to work so they can get fat and rich, like Gammon said. And he's right. And so they're going to tell you this so they can buy in. They don't want it to crash. They want to fucking put their money in and long this fucking market. And they don't want to be forced into buying that 6 EMA in a daily chart, which is what they're being forced into. Meanwhile, this fucking market is running away from hedge funds. And as this market runs away, they're pissed off. As we trade sideways like we are right now, eventually that yellow line and orange line are going to catch up, and we are going to rip fucking faces off. Now, they want a better buy-in. They're like, yeah, I want to buy 420. Just give me that one. Just give me 420. If we fucking continue to trade sideways until that orange line comes up there, they're going to get left fucking behind and forced to buy this market at our current price at 430, 434. They're not going to get their 420 buy-in, but they're going to buy it. I promise you. They're going to buy it one way or another. Whether they get their 420 or if they get 434, if we trade sideways and there's just continued relentless demand, which is what we're witnessing, that's why we're not seeing more down. There's demand. So I'm a hedge fund, and I'm pissed off because everybody else is buying. And I'm just like, I'm a hedge fund. Can you just let it come down to 420 so we can all buy it? And there's some raging bull going, fuck you, hedge fund. I'm buying right fucking now at 430. I don't give a fuck. If it goes to 420, I don't care because I know it's going to 450 and 460. So they don't care, right? So some buyers just don't fucking care. That's a bull market. God damn it, I can't believe I fucking lost money in that trade. Oh! So I'm so fucking pissed right now. That was a 100% trade, man. They creepy crawled up the wall. So you get my point here, okay? I'm done with the rant on this shit. So let's be more rational here. So we're going to take a look. We're going to be rational. So we're going to take a look at a couple things. This is SPY on a weekly. We'll do SPX. How about that? They'll make it simpler for you. We got some good crayon drawings here. This is a weekly chart on SPY. Why am I showing you this? Not a daily chart. Why am I showing you the weekly? Because we're still in an accumulation phase. You see it? Right here. Even if we were to go sideways, even if we round the top, even if we go like this, we're still going to go up. Do you see it? This is where size enters the market. This is where banks buy late market buyers, and they drive price higher. So I want you to even see this. You see it? Even this here, in this last little bit, you still see sideways and up. I want you to realize that price is going to get driven higher, much higher than you think. More than likely, you can kiss off on all-time highs, and we're going to fucking probably rip to 46. I mean, not 46, 5,000 or 6,000. If you don't believe that, right, and you hear people out there talking about this, You hear people like my boy out there, like Funstrat out there saying we're going to 6,000. This is why he thinks we're going to 6,000. For this weekly chart right here. This is PMO and PPO. Now, are we bearish right now? We are. But you have to be tactful. So if you look at SPX on a daily chart, there is some concern for a downside, more downside to come. There is a little bit of roll here on PPO. You see it? I want you to see it right here. You see this roll right here in PPO? This is bearish. It's bad divergence. You don't want to see that on a daily chart. On a weekly, we're fine. On a daily, though, you see it right here? It's a little bit of bearish divergence right here on PMO as well. How bearish is it? Probably not that bearish. That's that sideways and down. Sideways and down, right? Rotate and go higher again. Ultimately, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're sideways and down, and then we get a huge fucking face ripper. Right? So that's all we're waiting for. The consolidation. We're waiting for, this is not distribution, and we are just waiting for another move higher. Now, if price can't get any lower than 434 or 432, you're going to be shit out of luck. If we don't get 420, if the daily and the weekly move up, we are just going to start ripping faces off at some point. So my long-term view here is what? Bullish. Very bullish. My short-term view here for the month of July is sideways and down until the daily and weekly come up and force us to the upside. We should close this month, and hear my fucking words. This fucking quarter is going to be boom to the upside. Unless proven otherwise, we are fucking bullish. You understand? So when someone out there is calling for like extreme bearishness, like market crash, they're out of their fucking minds. If they're calling for a pullback into next week or maybe the 19th or something or 20th, that's fine. You want to associate this with news, whatever the fuck floats your boat. If you want to drink the fucking Kool-Aid on fucking rate increases, CPI, I don't give a fuck. You can like, I don't care what you associate it with. This market is heading higher, and this market is poised to move higher. So, temper your expectations. If we have a downside move for any of the reasons that I've seen in the chat today, take that as an opportunity to close your puts and get fucking long in this market. Do not take anything that's going on in this market right now as any sign of a rollover in it. We're going to look at something else here in a minute to back that up, all the macro you need shit. We're going to talk about that too. So that's my point here. As long as you get my point on this. The next thing we're going to look at here is we're going to look at big macro news. And we're going to go to SPX on this one. Here's SPX. We have the Fed funds rate, right? Here's the Fed funds rate. It's leveling off. We are going to continue to expect continue to expect rate hikes or the threat of rate hikes. I think that they pause or they continue to raise maybe slightly more. The real key here, though, is inflation. I want you to pay attention to inflation here. This is year-over-year inflation. Right now, it's sitting at 3.95. What really scares me about this is what really scares me right now about this is the unemployment rate, or excuse me, it's like a multi-factor whammy that you need to see happen. So it's never just one thing. Nobody gives a fuck about the 2s and 10s. Nobody. I don't fucking care about it. You shouldn't care about it. It has nothing to do with the market. When it starts to come back up, right, it's going to be doom and gloom. It can come back up. You need more to the pot. You need the jobs being offered, right? Not just unemployment rate, but you need jobs offered, like jobs, right, to dry up. You also need the unemployment rate to begin to come up. You need inflation to begin to bottom. you need rates to begin to roll over. When you begin to see these three things and jobs drying up, then the 2s and 10s matter. You need a special sauce. It's not just, so by the way, this is the Fed funds rate, this is the rate of inflation, and this is the unemployment rate, and this is the 2s and 10s. So my point to you is this, is you'll get sub-sellers out there that'll be like, oh, the 2s and 10s, or they'll be like, oh, the inflation rate, oh, the unemployment rate, oh, the jobs rate. They never tell you all of it. And there's a more complete picture that you need to be looking at. Until the secret sauce, that's not even secret, just until you get all the ingredients, you can't make a fucking cake. I am scared once inflation stops dropping. I am scared when the unemployment or when the Fed funds rate gets cut. I am scared when jobs numbers start looking like dog shit. If all of this is happening at the same time and the unemployment rate starts to just start going up, when you see all of that, that's the time that you get scared. That's the time that the 2s and 10s actually fucking matter. I can count time and again where the inverted yield curve didn't fucking make a difference to where this market went. So it doesn't matter to you as a market participant either. You need the secret sauce. And furthermore, we talked in the past about how the Fed is going to change their QE. We talked about this months ago. We talked about how I was like, look, you're probably not ever going to see the old style of QE and QT, where it's like a fucking hammer, right? Market goes up, goes down, slams up and down, due to QE and QT being so prevalent, right? Gammon made a good point on this. Sentiment matters in this as well. There is a part of sentiment, and that QE doesn't really matter either in the price of the stock market. That QE doesn't really matter. And he discussed how there's QE being performed through banks. You're likely going to see more of this, where the QE that's going on. Remember when regional banks are crashing, I said to you, I posted on Twitter, I said, bears got fucked the day they saved banks, regional banks. They broke the agreement with bulls. They broke the agreement with bulls that wanted to buy a major bottom. They broke the agreement with bears and sellers that wanted to see a major bottom. And they started to perform QE in multiple ways, saving banks, consolidating banks, and then the loans that they're providing to these banks to give to large outside companies. They started that shit in 1978. And it hasn't stopped. They literally continue to loan money to these companies, corporations. They loan these. Dude, this is all corporate debt bond shit. This is the discount window. Like, all of this shit is still going on in the background. And they're doing it right fucking now. There's QE right now. And sentiment is to the upside right now out there. And as long as we don't see this stuff here in the macro side of things, they're going to run this fucking market up. That's what they're going to do until you see this stuff happening. Then you have your secret sauce batter, your baby making batter if you're sell side. Until you get this stuff, right? The bottoming of inflation, the cutting of rates, and a rise in unemployment and jobs numbers going into the depths of hell. Then we will deal with the 2s and 10s. So until that happens, I'm sorry. If you're sell side, there is no indication out there. Zero fucking indication out there that we're due for a market crash for any reason. No reason. Nothing I can see is saying market crash anywhere. I see sideways and down. PPO and PMO saying that. I see it somewhat on the market breadth indicator. I see that, but I don't see it like some people out there are seeing it. So if you're watching people out there telling you this, stop fucking subscribing to them. Unfucking subscribe from them. Stop paying them fucking money. They are garbage. Fucking garbage. They're wrong. They're out there fucking wrong. Wrong, wrongity wrong, fucking wrong. And they shouldn't be selling you that. They should be selling you, hey, look for a dip to buy in July. Between the 15th and 19th, get on the train. That's what they should be telling you. That's what they should be telling you. Or, hey, you want to put a short in the market, you can put a short in the market, but wrap it up around then, okay? Between here and there, you got to wrap that shit up. Or else you're going to get run over. That's what they should be selling you. And a lot of these guys, what they do is they sell this for ulterior reasons, other reasons outside that have nothing to do with the price of fucking butter or eggs. So, okay. So we're done with all that bullshit, right? You guys get my point here? Hope you get my point. Geez, look at this. Too fucking funny. Dude, and I tweeted this shit on Twitter. You know on Twitter they're freaking out, right? They got to be fucking... You know people on Twitter right now are raging pissed that I posted that. They are pissed. I bet you there are people on Twitter that went on that tweet that I made, and they're like, Captain Jim James is wrong. Well, was I wrong or was I not wrong? Well, I was fucking right, so they can blow me again. Oh, boy. Okay. So now let's look at, how about this? You guys are out there right now. I love all of you guys. I want you guys to know this, okay? I want you guys, if you're watching me right now and you're still here with me, I want you to know something. I only started this because I was tired of retailers getting lied to. I was tired of retailers getting fucked. I was tired of retailers being on the wrong side. It was only for you. I felt horrible. I'm like, look, everything that I looked at out there, I'm like, they're the fucking, I don't care if they're your sell side or buy side. As a retailer, you should just turn all that shit off. Like, it's all built for like bag holders to like, you suck off the nipple. If you're a bag holder, it's all built for giving you wrong information. It's all built for, there's like so many nefarious reasons why you're told the wrong stuff. It all revolves around like money, power. It's really bad. Selling into you. There's so much shit out there built for you to lose. So, anyways, dude, oh, but they're so fucked. These fucking these sellers are so fucked. So, they're about to get their fucking faces ripped off. We're gonna trade probably 441.32. That's my price target, I think, on Spoos, right? So anyways, that's all set. That's all aside, okay? Let's look at the market. So how about this? I have a price target on high right now of to open tomorrow somewhere around 441.36, somewhere in there. We could roll down though on the open, so just down here we could come back down on the open tomorrow and then show a bigger trade higher. So if we roll over in the overnight or something like that, we could do that. But ES is looking very strong. Whenever we get up here, look to sell that. I'm still bearish here, believe it or not. You may not be, but I am still bearish here. To me, we're still in a downtrend. Just another chance to roll it over, fail maybe up here. See that failure right there? And then sell it down one more time. Some of you think that the selling is done. You'd want to, if the selling is done and we're going to go up from here, if this is the end of if this is the bottom, then you're going to be looking for, at some point, the rollback over on the hourly and the hourly to continue higher. Just like this. But you'd want a successful one or two checks. See 1, 2, and then we continue higher. I will long the market and close my puts if that happens. If we do something like this, I will close my puts in the month, and I will long this market with likely a substantial amount of money. So, although I don't think we're done going down personally, not yet. So, and we're still in a downtrend in my view. You can see it right here. You can see if this is bottom. If you did, we have a contest going on right now in the Discord. If this is bottom, whoever is closest and under 437.05, if this channel changes to the upside, you will get that prize that I have for you. You got $100 in a Winky gave us a Mr. Zach Morris thing. It looks like Christmas ornament. So let's review some other tickers. We're going to go to IWM. We'll do that one next. IWM showing huge divergence right now from SPOOs. Huge divergence. The giveaway on Friday was it did not sell like SPY did. So we came up, right? And you would have expected to sell below the hourly and the daily. We did not. When this did not happen on Friday, the end of day Friday, you had a clue that you should have bought the close on IWM on that close. And that's because we bounced off the hourly and stayed above the hourly, the daily, or excuse me, the hourly, the daily, and we're now trading into this bell, right? We traded up into this bell, but we're going to go up here and we're going to take out this, likely going to take this out and then roll back down, and there's going to be another dip by here. And you're going to see some explosive moves here on IWM. Explosive, like gnarly moves here on IWM. Even if we come back down here, expecting that move to the upside. IWM, I'm very bullish on, like extremely bullish here on IWM. So if you're an IWM trader, good luck to you. You're likely going to now breach finally. I was in this trade right here. And this trade right here is going to be powerful. Like, how powerful? We're going to take out 189.32. I'm just going to draw it for you right now and show you how powerful this shit's going to actually get. We're going to start ripping some faces off. It's going to be gnarly. Targets to the upside on IWM. Oh boy. I bet you don't believe that we're going there. But we are. Right there. That's like August, September, somewhere in there. Explosive moves to the upside. We have earnings season. We could get caught in some earnings season garbage in here. But price target 198 by August, September. We're going to smash that, and then we're going to come back down here likely and consolidate maybe a bad October or something, and then we're going to get right up there to 200. 210, and we're likely going to go to 224 and then 242. This actually can take place even faster. This could be even a bigger move than you think. 210 right now. That's my tail. Let's do 203. There's 200. They'll try to roll us at 200 here. Something like that. And probably higher. Yeah, big move potentials. Please tell us when the buy time is. So SPY right now. Let's look at SPY. Show you exactly what it looks like when it's buy time. You have the initial move up. Boom. comes back down, successfully tags it twice, and there's your go to the upside. You don't have to worry about this stuff. Don't care about this, because this can roll back over, right? There's no guarantee here. This is the money shot right here. So on SPY specifically, you're looking for the break above, which we just got, right? You see the break above. Now you're looking for a pullback at some point. If it pulls back, that's when you know you can go on SPY right there. Big money on the trade right there. Big money on the trade. Let me see what Twitter says about my post. I wonder how many deleted comments there are in there. Just put the house in instead of waiting for a potential 1 or 2% dip. Is it worth waiting on it? It always is. There's always a moment. There's always you might miss this run right here on IWM, but there's going to be a pullback. It always does pull back. So you got it right here. That's your first signal right there. Right? So you're going to get a rip face ripper. But if it ever comes back down here, yeah, there's a chance. You get like a moment that you can get in on that trade. You can get on it there, somewhere in here. Do you put the house on it? If you want to own it, you can. But there's always a chance to jump on the train. This is IWM, by the way. There's always a chance. Qs. You just went through Qs. Right here, right? Bullish. Bullish on Qs to 368. I personally would love to see IWM come back down. Something like this, personally, I'd like to see. I don't want to see get caught in some bad overnight news and we're back to the downside here. It's still not bullish enough for me yet, but it's looking better. For me, I like to see the move higher like this. And then I like to see it hold. And I like to see the green line turn up. It's starting to turn up. I see the green turning up right now, but I don't want to see this, right? So you have a fake out right here, and you could possibly have another fake out here, right? We continue to the downside. So you want to see constructive upside for Qs before longing it with the house. So Qs and SPY need some work to do at this point. Still have work to do. To change. You see the down cycle that we're in, right? Nothing has changed on sell side. Just as far as I know, it's still a relief rally. 2 more downside to come. So you've got this here. You would want to see the hourly, though, hold, and you'd want to take that trade right there. Does that make sense? So just for right now, I'm modestly bullish on Qs here, but I'm not hold it for the next 3 months. Or for the next month. You want to see this here first. And that's what I'll be looking for. This is where I'll put size on to the long, to the upside on Qs and SPY. Oh, yeah, that's got to piss people off. 132. Yeah, so just for you on IWM, if you're looking to long it, just open a chart at home, and you really are just looking for, just open a chart at home, draw yourself a nice little easy line on this low right here, and you're just looking to jump in wherever you can. It's really simple. Just grab IWM. If at any point you get a chance, you don't want to get caught in this nonsense over here, right? You'll end up waiting. It'll be like a month will pass, then finally it'll make its move higher, and you just want to buy in on one of these lows right here. Any chance you get in here, you can actually draw this right in here. 2 at home, draw a nice, snap a little line right where IWM is and where this previous high was, and snap another line going up, and just look for places to long IWM. Take the money and run, right? Take the money and run. Any holding, if they hold this at any point, you can long it again on IWM. So we did the Qs, we did IWM, we did SPY. What else do you guys want to look at out there? Whoever's here right now, who wants to watch? Or what is it? Call it a ticker. Call it any ticker and we'll look at it. Apple, Tesla. All right, go slow, easy. Go slow. I got Apple, Tesla. We'll start there. Yeah, what's Funo? Special rebalancing of Qs. Don't care about it. All right, that's enough. All right. We have plenty. Stop right there. Stop right there. I got a ton right here. Hold on. We're going to run through them as fast as possible. So we got Apple. Apple, what's it doing? What's going on, Apple? It's getting bullish again. It's getting bullish again. The daily's coming up, racing higher right now. Hourly is still racing down on it. Where would I like to buy Apple? Personally. Now, I want you to know this. If you do 100 stocks or 1,000 stocks, one of them is going to come where you want to buy them. One of them, right? So, hey, my favorite ticker is Apple. Where do you want to buy it, Cap? For me, where do I want to buy Apple? I want to buy Apple. We got the 14th, 15th. I want to buy Apple right here. I want to buy Apple at 181.84. You don't want to hear that though, do you? I already know you don't. I want to buy 180 on Apple personally. What would make me a buyer of Apple again though? Would be to see this. Hold on a second here. I would be a buyer of Apple again. Somewhere at 188.53, somewhere in here. If price can get above the hourly trigger, test it and take that last buy right there. So I'm a buyer here as well. If this happens. Otherwise, I'm looking for the weekly to come up, and I want to get a fat dip buy right down in here. Bam, bam, and then take that long. That's what I want. This is like cheap Captain. Cheap. I don't know if I write that. Cheap Captain. wants to buy like some kind of like down move, like bloodbath, wake up tomorrow. That's what I want to buy. Now, if price does go higher here and consolidates on the daily trigger to go higher, I am a buyer of Apple. And where do I think it goes? To 200. It goes straight to 200, right up there. This is going to be significant. 200 will be significant here. That's what I'd be buying. 200 for end of July. I do want to buy it down here, though. So let me see, give you guys a snap that. You'd have a failure likely, or you'd probably do that one first. Then you'd do this one right here. And then you would start to make your way higher here. You have another one up here. I probably should have put another, like, you'll probably come back down and you'll probably get 193.47 first, then you'll tag that, and then you'll start to make an explosive move higher up there. There it is right there. Staying on track. So there's Apple. Okay, next one. Tesla. Tesla. It's bearish right now. But it's not that bearish. So I'm looking for Tesla to continue the upside here. I'd be a buyer. What I don't want to, I'm not a buyer of Tesla yet. I'm a buyer right now above here. Let's see here. Daily's kind of bearish right now. I think it's coming down. So there'll be a failure down here. Currently, I'm a buyer right in here. And I'll show you what I'm thinking here. This comes down. Price goes down with it. Bounces off the daily. Consolidates. And then, boom, you get your face ripper to the upside. Hourly gets underneath the daily. And you're off and running. There should be an explosive move in here. Now saying that, at any point, if price is able to get above and consolidate here, and the hourly gets underneath it, I'm a buyer up here as well. So I'm a buyer at 276, and I'm also a buyer down here at 252, 248. Still extremely bullish here on Tesla. I'd really like to buy that, like a capitulation move down here to like 248, 252, 250, somewhere in here on Tesla. Fubo. Hello, Fubo. Yeehaw, daddy. We already charted this one. Oh, yeah, baby. I've already charted this one for you guys. You guys are savages. Price target. Fubo. 286, 316, 369. Explosive move on the hourly. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trigger cluster on Fubo. I'm extremely fucking bullish. I gave you the line. Buy that line. Extremely bullish. Price targets to the upside. 369, 456, 508, 796. I'm bullish on Fubo. Buy that fucking line every time. Matter of fact, don't even bother it anymore. If you want a place to buy, $2.43. I'm extremely bullish on it. Already told you that. You guys are throwing me under a bus. LCID. Lucid. Extremely bullish. I don't know. You got a lot of work here to do. I want you to know I'm bullish on Lucid, but caveats here. This weekly is a very emotional place for buyers and sellers. Sellers are going to want to step in right now on you. They want to step in. Sellers are like, fuck you, we're selling you down. You do have daily velocity on your side here. You are going to fucking destroy these sellers. And it's going to revenge fuck to the upside. It's going to be ugly. And you're going to get some kind of shitty bad news in here, likely on LCID. And I'm a buyer on it as well. So Lucid, if you get a chance at any point to buy 740, 760 in here, take it. If price breaks above, I want to show you this too. What you can have happen is price can explode higher, and then it'll instantly reverse, and you're going to get like a consolidation phase in here. And then you're going to get your real move down the road. So you could be waiting for this to happen, but ultimately it's super bullish. This yellow is going to come up here, and it's going to fucking destroy this weekly. and you're going to get yourself a 6 trigger cluster. Just like just happened on Fubo, and you're going to explode up here to the upside, okay? So yeah, I'm super bullish on LCID. Amazon, it's a good one to look at, right? Everybody was upset about Amazon. If we look at all the Fangman tickers, we can kind of tell what everyone's looking for. And here you are. Here's your bounce. So Amazon. I want to say that I'm bullish on Amazon, but not quite. I don't like seeing this. I don't like seeing this daily velocity coming down here. I'm a little wary on this on Amazon. Here. So, what do you need to see on Amazon? Bullish here, bullish here. Anger. I can see anger on this right here, right now. But I'll tell you this. I am bullish on Amazon as long as price stays above and does not close below 125.73. I would prefer to buy it. My preference would be to buy 119, 120. A little bit higher. 125. Let's see. Right here. That weekly will come up. You could have like a sideways trade on you could have a sideways trade coming up here. Some kind of a sideways trade coming up here on Amazon. I'm a buyer here of Amazon in general between now and September. Any lows that you can buy, so right where we are right now, like 126, 122, you buy all these, and you just secure profit. Buy call options. You're going to eventually get an explosive move higher. But any opportunity to buy down here, any opportunity to buy 126, 120, any of that shit, and especially this daily trigger right here, being able to buy this, as long as it continues higher, you're going to get your explosive move. So even today, I'd be long calls on Amazon. And any dips down here at any point, any bad news, you wake up tomorrow morning, we get a bloodbath or some kind of nonsense, buy it. And I'm looking forward to, dude, I have to start measuring this stuff. Targets above include 155, 165 likely. Then you'll get some consolidation, get some pretty heavy selling in here. Yeah, dude. Fucking, dude. This market is going to destroy. Yeah, any opportunity to buy here. 6 month out, 9 month out calls, 3 month out calls. This is going to be your playground up in here. Playground is going to be the 153.76, 165.06, 186.55. That's Amazon. I'm bullish. Yeah, this is going to be your playground in here. You know how Amazon trades, right? Just ping pong, move up, ping pong, move up, ping pong. Amazon Prime is normally not a good thing. I don't know if you know that or not, but Amazon Prime is usually bad for the ticker. Usually. So I'd like to buy down here somewhere. If you guys trade Amazon, it's like a sideways. It trades a range, then it moves up, then it trades a range, then it moves up, then it trades a range, then it moves up. Then it has one bloodbath down. Then we trade a range, then we move up, then we trade a range and move up. So it's one of those things where you buy. It's a great ticker to trade, by the way. Yeah, I like Amazon too. Yeah, years later. Yeah, we've come full. Well, that's the thing. I made a post on FinTwit like a week or two ago, There's a guy out there. I like him actually, but he had said, I think his name was ETH something or other. He's got like 100,000 followers, and I was like, look, I feel bad for this guy because we've come full circle. Like a commenter just said, we've come full circle. There are a lot of companies out there, right, that got repriced like to zero, and they're probably in threat of being removed from the stock exchange, right? You go on like if you go, I think it's below $2 or something, you get a warning, and then you go on like a punishment system for like 6 months or something. But my point here is that some of these companies are making real products. Some of these companies have gone through a repricing while still having stellar guidance and earnings, or at least are functioning companies. And when you've repriced all of this from COVID down to $0, $2, $6, $30, whatever it is, they're going to run through another business cycle. And we had a good Q2 earnings season. When you have a good Q2 earnings season, typically, or not Q2, but any quarter, you have a great earnings season, right? Your next earnings season, expectations will be raised on these companies to do better and the pricing to go up until they have a bad earnings. So the expectation for me in this season is you're going to get good earnings. Generally speaking, you're going to get good earnings from a lot of these companies that have been repriced down very low. You're going to see their price be bought up into their next earnings. And if they have another good earnings season, guess what? Those tickers are going to go higher still again. Okay, what else we got? Yeah, 6 trigger cluster, man. 6 trigger cluster. You want to do Algo McAlgo face? Mr. Talking Monkey, you still here? You want to see what Mr. Hold on, let me bring it up for you. I'm going to bring up Mr. Algo face. Hold on here. Why is it not on that one? Let me bring up Mr. Algo face. Hold on. Mr. Algo face. Now, you're going to remember, Mr. Algo face is only good for about 5 bars on whatever chart you're looking at. So we'll look at Apple. There we go. Hold on a second here. So this is Algo McAlgo face on a daily chart, and it is showing the down move as well. So right here, 169, 170 would be what I'd expect. So 5 bars thereafter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, the next five days, I'm expecting a little bit of an up move. Ready? 1, 2. So 2 up days for Apple coming up, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a down move. So Tuesday, Wednesday up on Apple, and then sell the news on Apple to buy a dip. Likely down here at this 180. So there's Apple for you and Algo McAlgo. Don't trust Algo when you're seeing that chart. Algo McAlgo face is only good for 5 bars, even though it's showing a farther out projection. It rolls. What is it? It like repeats itself. So you got So Algo McAlgo face says 2 days up in Apple, and then 3 days down for Apple. Hey, buddy. All right, so that's there. So hold on here. I'm trying to do all these for you. These nuts. Hold on, I'm missing somewhere you guys are saying here. MU. I'll do MU for you. MU. Pretty bullish here on it. On Micron. It's consolidating right now. I want to see price above 64.79. I'm not a buyer here personally. but I would like to see it above $65. If it can get above $65, it's consolidating for a move higher. It's extremely bullish. You know what's showing it to is right here. The weekly is showing how bullish it actually is. It's going to explode here. The fact that it's holding on to its weekly right now is extremely bullish. An opportunity to buy a dip down here. Zigzag saying it's going to roll hard and heavy. But Velocity is telling a different story here. It's saying that it's a bear trap, not a bull trap. It's a bear trap. Still not a buyer, though. What I don't want to see is MU roll, though, right? So you have to be tactful. I don't want to see that happen, right? Oh. Has a bad earnings or something we don't know about. So if you at any point see this happen, that's bad. If you see the yellow line come underneath the orange line, that'll be very bearish. Right now, not so bad. But I would like to see it above. I would like to see price get above and hold. I'd like to buy that right there. Buyer above 64.72. Don't get caught in here. You get caught in this, you're going to be pissed. And this could get really ugly. Like bloodbath type. I don't know. Is there some bad news on MU that I don't know about, maybe? Anybody know anything about MU right now? It's saying that the move is higher. So my view is bullish. But at the same time, I want to see it above $64. CVX. CVX. I want to see price. I like it here. I like CVX here. I like it right where it is, to the upside. Targets above 160.67, 171.27, and then eventually 186. The one thing that I will say here, though, is you've got the weekly rolling down on you, which is pretty fucking bearish. Anything below, if you see anything like this happen here, if you begin to see price reject here, I'm going to get bearish on it. I don't like this orange line coming down. I got some concerns there. So I wouldn't be a buyer of I wouldn't be a buyer of Chevron unless it's above. Chevron has to be above. Like hold above. Yellow line. The daily trigger is coming down on it. The weekly is coming down on it. Kind of bearish here. I said I was bullish on it. I'm not. CVX, be wary of it. If you want to short CVX, short it below, 710? Short it below 147. If you break below 147 in CVX, it's gonna get nasty. I'm starting to get bearish on it. Yeah, right in here. 3. Monthly's coming up. That's bullish. Daily, though, is looking brutal. I think I'm bearish here. When is this? Is this 2021? Yeah, I'm fucking bearish here, I think. But I wouldn't short it until it breaks below this 147. If it breaks above 160, you can long it again, but otherwise, watch out in here. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. It's 5:17. I'm scrolling down. So hold on, let me read what some of you guys are saying. How is this showing bullish below the daily? If memory has troughed, it will rip. Very cyclical sensitive. Easier way to play the memory space. LRCX, that's a good one. MU is tied to BTC. Yep. Yeah, it's and then CVX here is kind of weird. CVX is like weekly and daily is saying it's bearish. Monthly though is nice to hold on. It tends not to. I mean, I have not a feeling, but the only thing bullish here is your monthly. Outside of that, if you break below that 147, get your bear hats on. But I would be a buyer above. If it has to hold too. I like tacitly bullish on CVX. Like if you buy CVX and it starts closing below 147, get out of the way. You reached out to join the private Twitter? Yeah, I'll have my. We haven't been home, so I'll have my. Normally, my wife will go into the Twitter handle and allow everybody inside that Twitter handle. So I'll talk to her today about it. Website. So the devs have been calling me. I haven't had access to computing, so I'm going to give them a call now. My power just came back on. I've had power off since I think Friday morning or something. Thursday morning, or Thursday night or Friday morning. When can you see the website? I'm gonna give them a call today. They've been calling all weekend. I've had no computing power. I've been down. I've had my generators running for 4 days now. Hey, I love you. Emil, I love you too, man. ILMN. Let's do that for him real quick. I'm gonna get out of here after this one. ILMN. Oh, dude, I haven't seen this ticker in fucking a dog's age. Bearish as fuck. So this right here, I want you to see this. So this is kind of like CVX. I'm bearish on it. I'm bearish, looking for new lows, man. I'm looking for like 170, a break of 168, 170, and you're going to the depths of hell. I'm bearish on it. See that break below, man? This is all very bearish here. Repricing of it, possibly. In no way am I bullish on this ticker. Do not buy these dips here at all. And if anything, I'm bearish. If you're looking for a dip to buy on it, I would need to see price above 205. I know it's trading 184 right here, but super dangerous. Super dangerous. Danger. You want to see price be constructive. You want to see the yellow line come from underneath. You want to see this line come underneath. You want to see this line come underneath. And you want to see like a successful retest and turnaround. Otherwise, it's going to sell bad. It's very bearish right now. So I'm not bullish on this at all. It's very dangerous. Yeah, okay. So you guys all have a great afternoon. I'll be back with you again tomorrow morning at 9:30, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys all showing up today. I'm grateful to be able to get on at least for that close. I know that close was probably looking bearish to some of you out there, and it wasn't, was it? Turned out being bullish into the closing bell, and so hopefully you weren't long puts into that bell, and hopefully we get a turnaround Tuesday, and we got a nice green day tomorrow.